Hello, today I'm going over some reaction videos to crypto that I think is pretty important with what's going on in the space. Because a lot of it doesn't make sense, as Crypto Hulk says.
I would mainly teach teenagers.
So I'm watching this right now. This is live. I'm going to go ahead and pause this right now and go to, I believe it's Digital Asset Investor, and also other guy. I'll get to it. Let me actually go back to this video later. I got this. Crypto Hulk made me do it. I want to try it though. Let me actually see. It's about like Corona. So that and orange. Let me actually get to the video though. Alright, hold up. Paradox. Go through my history. Let's see. I believe it is, yes, Kevin Cage and Digital Asset Investor. So I'm going to actually go through Digital Asset Investor first. I know this is kind of jerry-rigged and all that.
The Husk. One of the sharpest and most versatile Japanese knives in the world. For years, this knife was only available to culinary professionals.
Ignition sequence.
And I'm just gonna kind of like comment while he's talking, because a lot of you are gonna feel the same way.
Liftoff. We have a liftoff.
Hey everybody, this is the Digital Asset Investor, and I did not do a video yesterday because I took my son and one of his friends fishing at my fishing place, and I think they caught 10 or so bass yesterday, so pretty good day as bass fishing goes. Wanted to start with this. Let me do a refresh right here. We're at $2.1 trillion in the crypto market. And Bitcoin's
go forward
here at $1.20. XRP-centric guy. That's why it's interesting when one of these guys says something like this. XRP is a coin I am calling today. Just a heads up in case it moons before show. Chart looks bullish. Just a heads up. So he's seeing something that's making him stare directly at XRP. Then Crypto Bull is calling for an XRP breakout as of 5:27 a.m. this morning. Strong
resistance. We all know that breakout is coming.
It's
just a matter of time. If it hasn't been held down now,
all right.
If it hasn't been held down,
some interesting thoughts. Well, here's my
and that's as low as it could have gone. It's already been held down enough.
I did a screenshot for you all from Coin Paprika. There's only one non-stable coin in digital asset one non-stable coin digital asset in the top 13 that has not hit an all-time high in 2021. There are no coincidences. XRP has always been the one. Look at this.
Look at this.
So you have Tether. This doesn't count because it's a stable coin. And then you have USD coin, which doesn't count because it's a stable coin. But these are the all-time high prices. This is the all-time high date. Look at the dates. All of them are 2021 except for one in this entire list of digital assets.
But does that even make sense?
You're telling me that this is not all by design? A coordinated effort to hold XRP down by powerful people? Come on.
Look at that.
XRP is literally, I would say
only
XRP
one.
and
That
Cardano,
is shady.
maybe Solana. From a technological standpoint, they're the only ones in this list that are worth a damn. And you've got XRP being held down. I mean,
exactly.
There's no company on this list who has worked on a use case for a digital asset with regulators more
this
and
utility
longer
definitely should be
than
hundreds.
Ripple did with XRP. And it's the only one in the list that has not hit an all-time high in 2021. Folks, when this story is you couldn't pry my XRP from my cold, dead hands, folks. Yeah, there's and all these things that we keep pointing out. And then
that's one of the things I want to show.
It's not
fast forward a little bit.
Let's see, right here. Ethereum people and businesses are interested in purchasing Ethereum to power their own business applications. To make use of B funds. This is from January 2015. That's trying to show the pic. if we don't point at it, then the pressure cooker is not there. The necessary pressure cooker is not there for the level playing field to be created.
Exactly.
It stinks to high heaven, and any of you that are listening to my voice, any of you guys that were out there and you invested in that Ethereum security pre-sale ICO, you know I'm right. You know exactly that I'm right. I'm not going to name any names, but you know who you are. All right. Then there's this. This is the other part of it. There's all kinds of shadiness in who got the Ethereum and how it was centralized when it was sold and who was scooping it up. If you look at this, I said, looks like some monkey business was going on when the security Ethereum was first issued. The inside buyers seem worthy of investigating. I bet that list would open some eyes. I bet you the names on that list would shock many people out there. Preston Vernon, attorney focusing on early-stage companies and cryptocurrency businesses, published on an April 18, 2018 blog post stating that most of the Ether sold in the 2014 token presale in exchange for Bitcoin may have been paid out to one person or more likely a handful of close associates working in concert, because the chart showing the flow of Bitcoin was unnaturally even and almost exactly the same as the chart of a mathematical power function. Something so perfect, he suggested, signaling the work of a bot. It goes on. Research firm Chainalysis later confirmed the suspicion that Ether distribution is concentrated. Only 376 holders control 33% of the circulating Ether supply, a May 2019 report found. And you're telling me that the media and the SEC does not need to look into this? Are you freaking kidding me?
Exactly, but they're on Ripple's
all their
case.
attention on Ripple and XRP and doing nothing. And we don't have Mario Bartiromo. We don't have CNBC, CNN, Julia Chatterley, Fox Business. Nobody pointing at this. Andrew Ross Sorkin and them, they're taking it a step further. They're not only are they going to give the middle finger to all of crypto on this issue and just interview Bitcoin and Ethereum people, they're giving the middle finger. They're going to bring Jay Clayton on to give the middle finger to you as well. And I think they're paying him to be a contributor at CNBC in the midst of all this while they ask him no questions about all this.
Makes you wonder.
You tell me what that is.
Yeah, Rosie Rios and Cindy Young joined Ripple.
My 9-year-old could figure all this out.
Yeah, they're really trying to hold XRP down.
All right. Here's
for whatever reason.
So PayPal, and it's also Coinbase. Last week, I think Coinbase opened Coinbase Japan. In Japan, XRP has clarity. In the UK, XRP has clarity. But these companies, PayPal just opened PayPal UK. Now, if you look right here, here's the announcement of that. All right. Then you look here, and it shows what coins that they feature in the U.S. and apparently in the U.K. All proof of work, garbage, Bitcoin, Bitcoin Cash, Ethereum, Litecoin. And then you go to here. This is a write-up where Brad Garlinghouse was talking about how he was looking at London and because the U.K. has given XRP clarity. And then Coinbase went to Japan where XRP also has clarity. Question, and this is the question for PayPal and for Coinbase. Okay, so you can't list XRP in the U.S. because there's an SEC lawsuit. But both of those companies know that you can list XRP in Japan and in the U.K., but they're not doing it. And the question is why? Because it's not about regulations. They have the clarity there. Why not list it? What's in play here, folks? What's in play? Because there's no honesty going on here, I can tell you that. Something real shady is going on across all of this.
Exactly.
Now, and I also mentioned this because yesterday Anthony Pompliano announced that he was going to be on CNBC today.
And so his name even sounds fake.
$50,000 like clockwork. CNBC invites Anthony Pompliano on.
A scam.
They don't invite Brad Garlinghouse on to talk about what is going on with XRP.
Yeah, and it's always hush-hush with Ripple, if you haven't noticed.
You're about to discover stock investing strategies designed to help hardworking folks like yourself beat them up.
They invite this guy on every time Bitcoin burps, they put Anthony Pompliano on to carry this proof of work.
And he's hyping up something. He knows that Bitcoin really doesn't have any kind of utility at all.
And so then we've got this. This is a clip that I grabbed of him. And here's something curious that RizXRP brought up that I noticed as well. For the first time, they have put XRP ahead of Ethereum. Now, I have a little theory here. Have you noticed that there's been a lot of people out there saying that they think Ethereum is about to pass Bitcoin? Well, I believe that that's why they did this. They know that XRP is under an SEC lawsuit, but these Bitcoin maxis, CNBC, they don't want to be threatened by Ethereum either. So what do? Put XRP above Ethereum, since there's all of a sudden this threat of Ethereum jumping at Bitcoin in market cap. That makes some sense, doesn't it? Then you have your old Bitcoin maxi on to talk about Lightning Network of all things and how great it is when XRP's been a Lightning Network since creation, and Anthony Pompliano acts like he doesn't even understand that he can't make heads or tails of it. Listen to this garbage.
I don't know what the time frame is, but when you look at something like Bitcoin, it allows, through the Lightning Network, for anyone to send pennies, literally pennies, anywhere in the world, completely for free with instantaneous settlement. I'm an investor in a company called Strike. They literally can stream payments instantaneously, completely for free. And so when you start to look at something...
Stream payments? You mean what Coil was doing years ago?
Like what happened in Afghanistan with Western Union. At the time of need of literally millions of people, they pulled out of the country. They stopped supporting it, and they blamed it on kind of agent capacity. Whether that's true or not, I'm not sure. But what I do know is that Bitcoin brings a censorship-resistant program or network to the world. And I think what we're watching is young people specifically recognize the technical superiority. They are used to these digitally native platforms, and they're starting to shift. It's over a long period of time.
The technical superiority is right here.
They are delusional, and I'm going to show you what delusional is later in the video. And you're gonna see just how crazy
so they're going to have to choose. Do we go ahead and embrace this?
See this video. You guys are freaking
or do we sit here, take it on the chin, and likely get disrupted by this new technology? And I tend to bet that Bitcoin and the cryptocurrency world is going to win in that battle.
No, it won't. Good God.
It's not Bitcoin. Never was.
This is it.
Of Bitcoin maxi is going
Check
wild.
this out. Oh my God.
Watch this.
Talk about crazy. This dude that ripped, you've probably seen him before ripping dollar bills. This guy is absolutely nuts. Max, you're a dumbass.
Shit, what do they call this shit? Fuck that! That's fiat money shit. That's all shit. Bullshit. What am I using that shit? Salvador with this? No. Can I buy a cup of coffee in France? No. Can I go anywhere in the world with this piece of shit? Get anything in value? Absolutely not.
The hell? He reminds me of that guy. What's that guy back in the 80s and 90s? Gilbert, or whatever his name was. That he always had that stupid face. You know, looks like, what's his name? Sounds like Mo from The Simpsons, which I stopped watching in like the mid-90s. But this guy is absolutely nuts. This is where he lets the money that he has get to his head, and he thinks he rules the world and can do anything enough to rip money up. When you have, good, honest people like us actually investing in something we know has utility, which will one day actually be all the money in the world. And I will show you why we will secure pretty much all the money in the world in just a moment.
Okay. Wanted to show you this. Michelle Vandenberg. Look at this. Is from Visa, folks.
Just focus, hold it real quick.
If you've been wondering whether this crypto thing is going to happen, it's happening. And remember, we've been telling you it's happening for
those are NFTs.
3 years now. Even back when
I don't see how anybody would want to buy that. I have like digital waifus or waifus and stuff.
You don't have
I don't see how anybody wants to buy something.
Go up. That's when I'm going to put this.
All right, that one's done. So let me actually check. See what my other video is. So that was Digital Asset Investor. Where's the other one? Kevin Cage. Listen to this one.
Anything your wild child does, Pampers Cruiser's 360 Fit can too. With a stretchy waistband and adaptive 3...
Be sure to follow me on TikTok because I will be prices, but they don't actually see these massive ascending channels.
So this is a macro scale.
Pump,
this
drop,
will eventually
what do you think happens
transpose
next?
into a macro
We have
scale.
the weekly RSI getting in a great position
once you
for
zoom out, you know, this is the big picture now, but once you zoom out to the big picture, you notice that in the past, when you look at XRP, it's nothing more than just a small little ripple, pun intended, in the entire chart when the thing actually makes huge moves. Because it's going to be used all around the world, and I'll show you exactly why it's used all around the world.
Guys, links are in the video description. Here's a story of me sharing how I
turned
50,000
as a day trader in stocks,
and here's my
usually
TikTok
how
a great position for Kava,
cryptos,
and of course
if they form like a upside down head and shoulders, if they form a W pattern or a cup and handle, you usually see it like a huge cup, then you'll notice the handle do that. And usually it will go, or the handle could be a little bit larger, but usually that handle goes even further up. So let me actually go further in the video when he starts talking about how much money is actually used.
Look at this fractal right here. We have this cup and handle forming, double bottom on each side. This is a story of me sharing your asset, other asset, and what $2 trillion in global market capitalization for the valuation of all cryptocurrencies. The dot-com bubble was approximately $5 trillion, and that was 20 years ago. That was information. This is value. With more money that has ever been printed in all time, and Bitcoin, still the king for now, at almost a $1 trillion market cap. I don't care if this sounds stupid or impossible to you, but there's going to be many other assets that surpass a $1 trillion market cap and beyond. Another 20x from here, and XRP is at $1 trillion. That's a $20 XRP. As we know, there is well over $155 trillion sent across the globe. We have not even gotten started. And here's something you may have seen before: how much money exists in the entire world in a single chart. Here's the valuation of silver. $17 billion. Nothing. XRP's past that. Cryptocurrency. When Bitcoin is at 100 billion, well, we're way past that. And the rest held a capitalization of 45 billion. So this number is getting much bigger. You can see some of the biggest companies like Berkshire Hathaway, Microsoft, Alphabet, Apple, Facebook, Amazon, and then here's the 50 richest people, which is still bigger than the majority of these companies. California's GDP alone. And of course, DAG of Constellation is actually going right after the $80 trillion plus that exists in GDP. Here's the Fed's balance sheet. It's much bigger now. Additional currencies. Gold's market cap when it was at $7 trillion, today it is over $11 trillion, and then get this. The global stock market when it was at 73 trillion. We've been covering this. Look how big this is. The US, UK, Japan, China, the Euro area, and the rest of the world. Now compare this to the cryptocurrency market. Quite the difference, even if you consider the $2 trillion in crypto today. We actually know back in November, it was as high as $100 trillion, with more money that has been printed than ever before. Cryptocurrency market of $2 trillion today. We're talking 2% of what exists. In those protocols that will own a fraction of the network will actually be transacting this value. It's not competing. It's going to be the infrastructure that actually helps this value get transacted.
Exactly.
Then here's the global money supply. Total value of the world's easily accessible money is over 36 trillion. Banknotes, checking deposits, coins, etc. And then broad money, 90 trillion plus. And crypto is just like this, basically. Just a tiny little portion of all of this. Yes, the cryptocurrency market is obviously and conservatively going to surpass $10 trillion in valuation at some point. People still call certain stocks a scam. People still call certain cryptos a scam. Some people call FX and other derivatives a scam. This is merely a social construct. And then the global debt, well over $200 trillion. Global real estate, well over $200 trillion and growing, no surprise. With markets at an all-time high price.
Real estate.
And we're seeing more and more mortgage lenders actually accepting Bitcoin and more cryptocurrencies.
Much more room to grow.
Now, although the real estate market is $200 trillion plus, you have commercial real estate, which is a small portion, which is actually most easily tokenized or will be in the future. So instead of you having, say, a 200-unit building and you wanted to invest a certain amount of money, you didn't have that much money, you could buy a fraction of that apartment. Or you could buy a fraction of said condo, maybe 1,000 square feet, and you own it. And as rent is coming, just like a REIT, a real estate investment trust, you can have cash flow via dividends with stock or some type of dividend or cash flow with these REITs, but they'll be tokenized. And the benefit of this is you and I don't have to be an accredited investor. You don't have to have over $1 million or over $250K in the bank to become an accredited investor. Blockchain, DLT specifically, has no borders. It's about financial inclusion. They don't care where you're from. They don't care your gender, your color, your age. You're able to have equal opportunity. That's the idea, at least. So imagine even having $5K invested and owning a fraction of a condo, giving you cash flow each and every day, allowing your money to work for you.
Me, one day.
And this money needs to be transacted. And of course, we have custody, which just has a banking charter now in the state of New York, no big deal. And the most obvious ties of XRP behind all of this. And the gentleman that basically custodied 1/4 of the world's wealth, BNY Mellon. Don't even get me started on State Street, another massive custodian. What is it, roughly 10% of all the world's wealth?
This is why if you own XRP watchers, you will own a piece.
Let's keep going to the crazy stuff now. So 200 trillion, cool. So okay, so cryptocurrency, 2 trillion. Global real estate, commercial, residential, etc., is well above 200. So this is over a 100x of where we are today. I don't think people fathom what this means. Come to this website, marketscapof.com. You can pick any asset you want. You can pick ADA. And let's see how much market cap it would take ADA to actually surpass Ethereum.
Darn it.
If so, Cardano would be valued at almost $12. I love this tool. You can play with XRP. And as this market's growing, it will be interesting. So, okay, 2 trillion today, 5 trillion for the dot-com bubble, 200 plus trillion for real estate. And next, if you guys watched my latest video, the one right before this one, which is an absolute must-see, it actually got way less views, we covered the derivatives. Now, this is years ago. The low end was $544 trillion. Today, that's well beyond 700 to 900 trillion. And yes, it's actually far beyond $1 quadrillion now. The high end right here, 1.2 quadrillion. Well, this is a few years ago, and if you haven't been paying attention, QE has been making a big difference. The inflation rates are driving people to hedge against inflation and find additional streams of income. Realizing at a 9 to 5, you're just a number. And if you're an employee that loves your job, awesome. I absolutely am happy for you. But you still also have to realize that there's risk in anything. And for me, the biggest risk is not doing anything at all and just watching all of this pass by. Nothing I share here is financial advice. I am a guy that is passionate about the cryptocurrency market. I am a work in progress trying to lead by example. But $2 trillion divided by 1 quadrillion times 100, this is 0.2% of all of that money in the derivatives market. What do you think R3 is working on? They've already said
Corda.
They're going after capital markets. Who else just had a podcast about capital markets?
I just bought like 1,500
the
more.
CEO of Standard
Corda.
Custody.
XDC is that.
Jack McDonald.
XDC
and I showed
is
you
R3.
Corda. XRP on why it's superior to other assets. This is just one of the million reasons why I am so confident. Even Jack McDonald, right here, CEO of Standard Custody. I got into blockchain because I'm confident digital assets are the future of finance. 2021 is the year for digital asset adoption onwards. Right here, Standard Custody at it again. James Malgiri, board member, brings his mastery and background in banking from BNY Mellon. Just like Tim Keeney. We have Sapphire Inc. and Karoom Systems. James has been recognized with the prestigious Lifetime Achievement Award from GI Magazine. So much extra. And that's the difference in why. Also, wanted to take a quick poll. I thought this president saying the crypto market is garbage. There's thousands of people.
Yeah, we don't listen to fake news.
Growing research and commercial outreach. And I did see that
Hashgraph.
Just had grown.
Yeah, their Hashgraph. I got a good bit of that.
But it's necessary for the growth and adoption of these ecosystems. We have LSE News joining Hedera's governing council to advance the university's growing research and commercial outreach in not just blockchain, but all DLTs.
Nice.
Providing opportunities for students and faculty related to hackathons.
Oh, that's awesome. That's going to make that price go up.
And I did see that HBAR just had an exciting announcement with Filecoin, FIL, one of the highest funded projects in all of the cryptocurrency market. Look what Crypto Addy found. Liquidity. Ripple, the company, participates in a funding round for a new cryptocurrency startup in the Philippines. So this will be an exchange. Can you say more XRP on-demand liquidity participants? Yeah. Yes, I can, and I just Existing.
You know, in Southeast Asia, they're getting it with that.
So XRP was at 53 cents.
But yeah, it's going to go a little bit
Provided
further.
you're not just selling highs each and every pass.
Yeah, so that concludes the video today. And just to end it, that is the main reason why. And that focus is horrible. This is the main reason why, if you own XRP, you will own a piece of all of the money in the world. Because those blocks that he was showing, the cryptocurrency market itself is only like maybe 4 of those teeny blocks out of the entire stack. So yeah, there's plenty of room to grow for a lot of cryptocurrencies. So honestly, if I have to say invest in anything, I would definitely invest in all of the ISO 20022 coins. Pick your favorites. Definitely want to invest in those. Are, as he mentioned, R3. That particular coin is XDC. Corda, R3, XDC. They're all correlated. One person did have a video, and they're like, where can I buy XDC? And then they saw, or where can I buy R3? And he actually did the math and actually found out that it was actually XDC. So yeah, get XDC for sure. Definitely get Ripple. Get XLM, which is Stellar. Hedera Hashgraph is good to have. Also get anything on the XRP ledger, Casino Coin. Get some Casino Coin. I got 100,000 of those. I like to be transparent. I don't care about giving you the number. I have 100,000 of those for like $3.75. Get a bunch of those, because if you get 100,000 of those for just like under $400, when it does go back to its all-time highs of 55 cents, that alone is $55,000. And you could imagine when they really start using it in the casinos, especially with the virus cooling down and everything, that if it goes to $1, yeah, you already have a tenth of a million right there. In casinos, a lot of money goes in and out. Definitely get Casino Coin. But going back on the ISO 2002 coins, you want to get ADA's doing pretty good. It's kind of expensive right now. I got some IOTA as well. So let me see if there's anything I missed. Zenfin is XDC. So let me actually look at my portfolio. I ought to share it with you all. I'm transparent. I don't mind showing my portfolio. It's not like somebody's going to scam me, because I'm not dumb. It's staying right in my wallet. So I have like 3,000 XDC. I have 1,777 XRP, 101,557 Casino Coin, 1,000 HBAR, 1,000 XLM, 20 million Shiba Inu. Got some of that. 1,000 VET or VChain. Got to have some of that. Got to have that, because I believe that one's going to go really high too. IOTA, I got 100 of those, 100 of Algorand. I don't have any Cardano. I was watching Maddie G talk about how doesn't have much of a use case, but I'm fine. It's already going up and up on that one, but I'm not really worried about Cardano right now. I have some Thor, 4,507 of those plus some, and I have 1,000 Tailcoin with like 30 bit true coins. So yeah, that's pretty much what my portfolio looks like, aside from stocks. Stocks, yeah, I got some in there. I got like 300 in that, but I'll try to swing trade in the stock account. I want to get back into day trading. So when I really, like I was mentioning Casino Coin, when I really get to the point where I have, not pulling everything out, but when I get enough where I have like 50,000 or so, 50,000 is a good enough number for me to start doing options trading, making about like 800 to 1,000 every week, selling options, not doing what a lot of people that kind of like, what do you call it, YOLO. They YOLO in and just throw it all in and hope it goes up, and then they lose all their money. But instead of being the person that buys the contract, I'm selling the contract the options contract. So something like what do you call it, Amazon or any, what is it? What is one of them? One of my options trades, if this thing will recognize my face. Yeah, one of the options is, one of them that I can start trading is, what do you call it? ServiceNow. For instance, ServiceNow, this is ServiceNow right now. I don't know if it's like $619. ServiceNow, I could trade options. And let me actually go to, since the week already started, let's go to next week on September the 3rd. I want to sell a put. Look up the wheel strategy if you're wanting to know how to sell options and get a premium. For instance, if I look at what I want to do first when I sell options using the wheel strategy is look at the graph. Look at it. Here's the micro scale. I'm going to zoom out about a week. Looks like it's trending upwards. Zooming out about a month. Let me actually put on the line graph. It's trending upwards on that on the month graph. 3 months, still trending upwards. 1 year, still trending upwards. So you want to get a stock that can go up and up and up and up and up. ServiceNow is doing that. 5 years, look at that. That's what I'm trying to say. So with ServiceNow, I'm going to go back to a week and see where the high is and then the low is. So I see right now high is around 619. The lowest it's been was 582. So that's probably like a $40 difference. So if I go to the options trade, I want to do something that's like, I feel confident that it's going, I'm doing it way over here. I feel confident that it's not going to literally just shoot all the way down. You know, that's like another virus hit. Let me stop. But anyway, but yeah, I could say safely that I could say $600 to go down, or I could probably base it off of right up here where this kind of support is. It kind of went parabolic and it kind of is staying right there. So let me go on the daily chart. See that? So I can take the lowest point here, 612 is at 619. And if I really want to be safe, I'll go to 604. So let me go to trade options. Go out to September the 3rd, and then I'm going to go down to see, right now it's 619. I'm going to go down to a strike price of 610, which has a 71% chance of profit. I don't even know, you can't even see this, can you? Let me see. Let me actually, hold up real quick. I'm going to allow you to see this. I'm jerry-rigging this. Hold up real quick. There we go. Hold up. There we go. Now you see that? Now I did look at the chart. Hold up. I can kind of like see. Looking at the chart, we can see right here that right here there's a little bit of a support, not resistance, right around 612. But to be safe, let's just actually just say 610. Because honestly, if you do get called, or not called, but if it does actually go below the strike price, you're going to be assigned 100 shares per contract of ServiceNow, which is not bad because it's a good stock. So you can either choose to hold the stock until it goes back up and you just collect the profit that way by just owning the stock, or you can choose to keep selling a put lower and lower to where, you know, well, no, I'm sorry. In that case, you're going to want to sell a call. I'm so sorry. Let's say if you actually, it didn't go lower than 610. What you'll do in that case is the next week you're going to sell another put and you're going to try to keep it low. If a chart is trending upwards, you want to sell puts. If a chart is going down, you want to try to sell calls. That way you never get called away or anything like that. With puts, you never get assigned shares. But if you do get assigned shares, what you do with the wheel strategy is you go and you sell calls. If you get called, you go back and do puts. It just goes in order. So I'm going to go ahead and click this real quick, and then I'm going to do, that says basically trade options. I'm just going to read you what it says. And I'm going to go out to September the 3rd. The week end is like August the 27th. It goes Monday through Friday, starting at 9 o'clock with options. So yeah, I kind of talk a little fast, but if you really want to get into wheel strategy, like I said, look it up and watch a few videos on the wheel strategy. So be safe. Look at what happens when I get a strike price of 610. That on where my finger is moving right here, that's $710 you get right at the moment that you sell that premium. You keep the premium, even if you get assigned the shares. You keep the premium. Even if you don't get assigned the shares, you keep the premium. So to be safe, I would say $710 for this week. I would choose that, and like I mentioned before, one contract is 100 shares of that. I'll have to do like a screen capture of this, but that instantly would pay me a minimum credit of $710 if you can't see that. So yeah, we have that. And let's say if I were to get assigned those shares, I'm going to go, instead of selling a call, selling a put, I'm going to sell a call. So let's say selling a call, you have to have 100 shares of something. So when you get assigned 100 or more shares, depending on how many contracts, let's say if you had 3 contracts, 100 shares per contract, that's 300. So you can sell three calls. So if I want to sell the call, as you see the prices here, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna sell. Let's say it went down to 610. I got assigned 100 shares of this ServiceNow stock for 600 worth that 610. So technically, I bought it. Technically, it's good because you buy it at a discount, so to speak. You know, you're buying it at a discount. You're not buying it when it's higher. So when it goes lower, you're buying it for that price. So what you want to do is on the wheel strategy, you want to go back and you want to sell a call. You want to sell a call with a strike price that's higher than the current price. For instance, let's just say if the price is 619 like it is now. What I'll do is I want to sell it, and I'm going to say that based off of resistance, or I don't care. With calls, it's not that big of a deal. If you want to go ahead and have the shares get called away from you, set it at a lower strike price and collect the bigger premium. But if you just want to kind of hold it and keep on selling the call, you could do that too and keep collecting the premium while owning the stock. So technically, let's just say I want to do a call for, let's say I don't think that it will go higher than $625, which is right here. I'll select that call, and as you see this lower call, if you want them to go ahead and get assigned, what's going to happen is you're basically going to get the difference of 619.43 minus 620. So you kind of make a little bit of that times the 100 shares. Or if you go to 625, you're basically getting like as if the stock went up $5 and whatever that price is, you're collecting that and the premium of 840 where my finger's moving right here. So you're getting the premium and you're getting the profit from the stock going up past what you bought it for. So if you bought it at 610, you're getting 610 minus or 620 minus 610, which is like $10 times 100. You got that plus the premium. So you see, selling options is such a great thing. I kind of went on a tangent with options. That's what I'm trying to say. When you're a crypto investor, you know, you don't have to like necessarily just keep holding. If you want to take out a fourth of a stock, once you reach your goal, I would say like $1 million at least, $1 million, $2 million. Once you reach your goal of that, take out a fourth of that, and you don't even need that much money. It's like $225,000. So if you got that, you can definitely start selling contracts of larger stocks, such as, let me actually show you some really cool things. For instance, you can start selling, what is it? Let me see. Yeah, with that, Booking Holdings is a $2,137 stock. So 100 shares of that would mean one contract of that is it's actually 213,700. So if you have 225,000 from 1/4 of your XRP while the rest of your bag is growing, then as you see, let's trade a contract of that. One contract. We're not talking about multiple contracts because remember, you're going to be the casino. That's why I mentioned casino coin. Go ahead and get 375 a casino coin. You can start trading ServiceNow when it reaches 55 cents for only $375. When it reaches 55 cents and beyond, you'll have $55,000. So yeah, hopefully you've lasted this long through the video because hopefully I'm teaching you certain things and making it where you can like think outside of the box along with your crypto to grow your account in addition to your crypto. And then look into real estate. Look into a bunch of other stuff. Get a McDonald's franchise. Go to Hamburger University for a year. Get a franchise. Get real estate. Have your cryptos. Sell contracts. Don't buy them. Don't do like the people on GameStop or Wall Street Bets on Reddit. Don't just buy stuff in YOLO and you only live once. Don't do that kind of stuff. Just either invest in the stock, day trade for $25,000 day trade account, swing trade, do smart stuff, and never sell a stock. Never sell a stock at a loss. You never lose until you sell stock. When you're day trading, you do want to set stop losses and stuff, but honestly, if you have a lot of money and you really are not hurting like that, just leave it in the account and just let it go to its highs again. You can be patient. Even if you have like 20 stocks, that are just sitting there in the red. Just eventually they're going to go back in the green or be neutral. You can just sell out, and then all those ones that you were red, it's a bundle of green stocks. You can just take that entire compilation and put it into something else and just kind of repeat the process. So with this stock, let's go to September 3rd on Booking, like Booking.com when you're trying to do a vacation. So it's a $2,137.32 stock. I'm going to do a put option. A put option, watch this. Let's just go to the let's just say that I'm going to set a strike price that is $7 lower. Something pretty safe. Watch what happens. Right here. Look how much that premium is. Let's go back. $7 lower at $21.30. The premium is $3,740 in 1 week. That's what I'm trying to say. That's what I'm saying. You have XRP. Don't be dumb. Don't be dumb and take your $1 million and start buying freaking Camaros and Mach-E's and Mach-1s and trying to show off in a Lamborghini and then buying a house and doing all this dumb stuff like somebody who won the lotto, and then you don't have nothing to fall back on. Like, you want to have the rest of that grow, have your generational wealth, because your children are going to be looking at you in the future on some like vintage or rustic looking painting as like a very prestigious person. You're you right now. You don't see that yet. But in the future, they're going to see you as, wow, this person made this for me, made this future for me to where I don't have to work and do stuff like other people slaving and being a waitress at Applebee's or something. But like I said, well, you might not be expired. With age reversal, you might very well still be around. So that's what I'm trying to say. If you do actually get in crypto, don't sell all your stuff. Like, hold it, invest. And don't sell at highs and buy at lows either. If you notice a utility like XRP they're talking about later this year, it could go to 100. Next year it could be 122 or so dollars. In 3 more years it could be 500. And then to 2027 it could be like that 5,000 or so. So, especially with all the money going around, all these institutions buying it up, you saw what happened with the price with Southeast Asia, 60 cents. And if more and more and more people trust it and the cases drop, it's going to be catalyst after catalyst after catalyst after freaking catalyst. So what you want to do is have a goal. Don't sell at high and buy it at low, like Crypto Hope says, because you never know. You might go to sleep and wake up and the thing is $2 higher, and then now you're like, dang, I have to buy it for 3 times the price, and now you just mess yourself up. Wait till you get a goal where you can attain financial freedom. For instance, $1 million, you should be set for the rest of your life. Then take 1/4 of that million, take that, put it into the options I've been telling you about, take the other 3/4, because trust me, with those options, you're not going to need 3. I mean, it's a lot of money, but you can just save that and let it keep growing when XRP gets to 10,000 at least, 10,000 to a range of 50,000. Hold your crypto, keep it in there, build that generational wealth. And then have your options work for you and make you live. And then when you get to the point where your options compound and your crypto makes, like, instead of having $1 million, now you're 3/4 of that, you're 775,000 of that. Now that is like $8 million. What you want to do with that is, out of your crypto or your options trading, compound both of them, take $1 to $2 million, put it in a bank account. Just turn into something that you can actually touch, like in your bank account. Live off of that. Don't ever touch it. Use that for your living expenses for the rest of your life. Everything else is play money. Everything else that goes up from there, you're set, because the money in your bank, you're going to live off of that, right? And then you take the money you're making from options. That's your money in 1 week. Oh, in 2 weeks. Oh, okay, I made like $7,000. Let me see. Do you want to go to Japan? You and another person can go to Japan for a week. Everything paid for. A week or 2 weeks, everything's paid for with $7,000. So as you can see, this play money, the money that's growing in your XRP account, you can just be like, okay, the next $1 million that I have with that, I want to go get me a franchise with McDonald's and go to Hamburger University. And you get that franchise, and now you're starting to get money from McDonald's coming in. And then all of a sudden you're like, let me do some real estate. Okay, and now you're starting to invest in real estate. You probably won't even have to put a portion in. You could probably just buy an entire, estate or whatever. So then you're starting to actually get to the point where, like, you're like investors like Kevin O'Leary, Mark Cuban, Robert Herjavec, Barbara Corcoran, and whatever the cute blonde girl name is, or whatever her name is. She looks kind of like Mariah Carey. And then you have, I think his name, what is it? You know, the black guy. Dang, I forgot. I don't know his name. Damon John or something. anyway, yeah. Now you see what I'm trying to say. Don't be foolish and blow all your crypto with trying to impress people that you're rich and stuff. You want to portion it, because XRP, when you have 2,000 shares like I did, or 2,000 coins about, when it gets to 500, that's like $1 million. So you don't want to just take all of that and just start doing stuff with it. You could take all that and sell options. You could sell like 4 options contracts and get that 4,300 or 3,000 to 4,000 times 4, which is like, what, 12,000 a week? You could do that, and you can compound that into millions and millions and millions. But there's no point. Just leave the XRP in there, because in a couple more years, the thing could be twice the price. And just go ahead and work with the 1/4, because cryptos have all that room, like I just showed you earlier in the video. This is a long video, but I'm saying some good stuff. The earlier video showed how it's not but a small piece of the market. Real estate is pretty big. Now, just imagine you're in the gold rush, like I mentioned in previous videos. You are the future for your children. Like, you are you are the person, or your grandchildren, children's children, whatever. You are the person that they're going to see as this person. Wow, this person made all of this money. You are in the gold rush. So, like, just don't. You can do your money however you want to, but the smartest thing to do with it, don't take all of it and try to, like, work with it. You want to take a portion of it and try to grow that into something. And I recommend options trading. Most people don't know the secret strategy of options trading is almost fail-proof. It's almost a win-win every single time, instead of just trading stocks, because 95% of day traders lose in the stock market. So what you want to do is just trade options, sell them, never buy them, look up the wheel strategy, take a portion of your money, do the wheel strategy. I might just post a link in a video for people comment and say what's the link, but do the wheel strategy with 1/4 of your money, take the rest of the money, and you want to save that. And as they say, I'm not a financial advisor or whatever, but you already know this makes sense. So I am a financial advisor. So anyway, take 1/4 of your money, work with that, because there's plenty of ways to. I mean, if you're making off of the booking.com, if you're selling options and you're making $3,500 a week, do you really want to pull out $775,000 XRP when you had a bag of $2,000 and it got to $500? Do you really want to take all that money and just like start playing with it when you're making $3,500 a week? That's what I'm trying to say. Most of you don't know about the wheel strategy, and you're thinking, let me take that money out, or let me use all this money right now. But you don't know that there's something that can make you so much money, which is called the wheel strategy in options trading in the stock market, make you so much money every single week that you don't even need to mess with the rest of your money. You could just leave it sitting there. Like, you really don't need it. I mean, you could take it out, but you want to invest in multiple streams of income. Once you get all these streams of income, you could drop your insurance. Obviously, you would have been left your job, but you basically have so much money coming in that you cannot go backwards unless you just literally said, have all my money. I mean, you can help people when you see people are actually struggling and not trying to con people. You can, like, actually help people, because it sucks seeing somebody struggling and you can't even help them. I've been homeless, living in a car for like 6 months, sneaking in the library just to not have to sleep in the car because I don't have leg space. It's cold. I have to keep the car running. And what really sucks is the car stops, because it could just as easily go backwards. That's why you need multiple streams of income, because once you go backwards, like this homeless guy told me one time, he had a wife, a kid, a car, wife, children, car, a nice house. Once it starts going backwards, you're gonna start asking for money. Then it's gonna get to the point where you're so in a downward spiral that it's not gonna be anything more important than getting food. Then you're not asking for money again. You don't even care about give me work. You're just saying give me food, give me food, give me food, and you're going backwards and backwards and backwards. And once you get to that trench, it's just like, to get a job, you're not going to be presentable, you're not going to smell right, because people are funny, Unfortunately, I'm not funny, but people are funny anyway. So I'm just saying, like, get multiple streams of income. That way there's never, once you reach that threshold, you can never go backwards. Like, you cannot go backwards. No matter what anything happens, you cannot go backwards. You wake up, you know, looking at your account, oh, crap, I just made $10,000 because your real estate's making money for you, or your McDonald's is making money for you, or, oh, that option you sold yesterday, yeah, you just collected the premium. Oh, let's do this again. Let's wait till next Friday. Close that option out. Get another option for $3,000 because you get more when you go ahead and do the option on Friday. So the premium is more, that is. But I'm just saying, all this is hopefully it should make sense. I'm sure an elementary school student can understand what I'm saying. Chugoku in Japanese. But anyway, that's what you want to do. You don't want to start going backwards. You want to make enough wealth that's going to carry you forward and forward and forward and forward, to the point where it's just like you probably would want to turn yourself in to the police station, because what's about to happen in this cryptocurrency market, like Matty G says, it's going to be very criminal. You're going to feel absolutely criminal for how much money you're going to make. That you're literally just going to just drop what you're doing, drop your job, and go straight to the police station and tell them, I feel guilty. But anyway, in the video on that note. But yeah, hopefully, like I said, look into options trading. If you leave a comment, if somebody leaves a comment, then at least one comment, I'll post the video that's really going to get you, teach you options trading in like maybe 10 minutes. Like once you watch a couple of those videos, you're going to be like, wow, I can't believe nobody ever told me about this, or I never knew about this. Like, I'm dead serious. You literally are making $3,000, $4,000, $700, depending on Amazon. You sell that, you're making $8,000 a week. So, yeah, basically, I recommend do options trading not on Webull, do options trading on Robinhood. Robinhood is the best platform for options trading. Webull, you can use that for other trading. When you do day trading, you want to get a platform, you know, like an actual trading desktop platform for that. But Webull, use that for other stuff. The comments are funny because there's so much toxicity and trolling in Webull. Then you want to do Robinhood exclusively for the options trading. So basically, once you get the options going, you can just basically keep your Robinhood account for that and move from there. But yeah, let me end the video now so I can upload it. It's probably going to take a long time because I've made so much video content. But anyway, that is the spiel for today.